Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm reaching the end of my Escalade project and I've been contemplating future projects on Groundhog's Garage. In order to help the channel grow faster and larger, I feel like I really need a project that pops. I've had this channel for almost 2 years now and I have about 80 videos and almost 200 subscribers. But I want to have more excitement on my channel to help it grow and be interesting. I want to create content that people check the channel for because they're excited to see the next episode. As a relatively new YouTuber, I look to the big guys and see what they're doing. With garages full of Lambos and Corvettes and Rolls Royces, my Pontiac, Tahoes, and Escalades have a tough time competing with more established content creators. I need something that stands out. While I'm not close to a Copart auction facility for a potential project, there is a local public auto auction that takes place every Saturday in my area. They auction off about 200 cars and trucks every weekend, and I have bought plenty of vehicles and boats there through the years. As with any auction, if you can't find something one weekend, you get another 200 options a week later. I came across a couple of intriguing cars that I thought could be reasonably entertaining. Here are some of the options that I came across. First up is this tasty GTO. Now, for those of you that didn't know, GM called up their Australian division Holden, which they have since closed, and asked if they couldn't ship up some of the cars that they had to the States once they Americanized it. It's a shame that the US had to go to the Aussies to build an exciting car for Pontiac. Up until the GTO came along, the Pontiac G6 was the hot performer. That's just sad. If the name Bob Lutz means anything to you, he is the one responsible for providing a transfusion of excitement into Pontiac that should have been there all along. He is also responsible for bringing the Pontiac G8 to the States as well. I have one of those and it's a great car. It's the best GM four-door sedan that most people don't know about. The GTO had a little rose bush damage on the front bumper, but other than that, the exterior looks pretty solid. The interior is in nice shape with very little wear and it's as clean as well. It had a note on the windshield saying it had an engine noise. And combined with the rough running, that was a serious concern with this car. I would say it's running on somewhere between 4 and 6 cylinders. The engine rocks like it's tumbling with the transmission goes into gear. So instead of 350 horsepower, it's more like 200. For the right price, this could be a heck of a buy in a project. Unlike some of the other GM cars with V8s, the GTO's engine isn't stuffed up under the cowl, making it easier to work on. This car has the 5.7 engine, which makes it slightly less desirable, so it'll be less expensive than GTOs with the 6-liter engines. If you look at the engine, you can see how it's much easier to work on. You even have room between the exhaust manifolds and the shock towers. Check out the ZL1. 650 horsepower of Chevy supercharged LT4 power. The Camaro looks to be in perfect condition outside of the colorful wrap. I guess the fact that the car was a ZL1, it wasn't flashy enough for the prior owner. You would think between the supercharger wine and the ZL1 badges, that would get you enough, quote, look at me, unquote, attention. No sleeper here. Yes, GTO, I'm still looking at you. I'm an old Pontiac guy, and while this version of GTO is definitely not in the realm of the GTOs of Pontiac's heyday, it's still a great 2-door V8 option from GM that isn't a Camaro and something you can actually see outside of. No, I think I need something different, something exciting, something exotic. I need something red and hot and something Italian. And of course, there's only one choice. A Ferrari. I need a Ferrari. A 1990 Testarossa with 19,000 miles on. Look at that car. It is just gorgeous. Well, if you didn't know, the 1990 Testarossa has a boxer-style 12-cylinder 4.9-liter engine. It produced 385 horsepower and 361 pound-feet of torque. At the time the Testarossa was introduced to market, it was the fastest production car in the world. But time moves on, and the ZL1 I showed you earlier would eat this Ferrari's cannoli for lunch. Most size Most full-size pickups have 385 horsepower these days. When you own a car like this Ferrari, you're not going to be overlooked when driving down the street. Of course, with that flamboyant wrap on the ZL1, you aren't going to be overlooked either, but for an entirely different reason. Driving a Ferrari, men will want to be you, and women will want to be with you. Somehow, you'll start looking more like Magnum PI and less like Dom DeLuise. Everything you say is now important, and you have become the most interesting man in the world. People seek you out and want to be with you. Surely a car like this would encourage people to subscribe to my channel. And since I mentioned it, now would be a good time to click on that subscribe button right now. The one down below. Go ahead. It's free. That's my gift to you. Well, speaking of gifts, if you got this far in the video, it's your lucky day. I feel like giving away a mug. I purposely left out what the final bid of the Ferrari was. Be the first one to guess the final auction price and I'll send you a mug. One guess per viewer, subscribers only. Another reason for you to subscribe to my channel. Now, if I was one of those big boy YouTubers, I would buy this Ferrari and give it away to some lucky subscriber, but I'm not, so I have to settle for the mug. As of this moment, I don't have a new project. I'm still finishing up what I have. The Escalade's getting there, and now I'm going to focus on the Grand Am, and I'll probably sell the Tahoe or the Escalade before too long. My driveway can only accommodate so many vehicles. Also, I have the Dingo go-kart in the shed waiting for some attention, and I can't wait to rip that thing around the yard. I want to thank you all for watching, and hopefully you have subscribed and smashed that like button and turned on your notifications. I look forward to seeing your guesses down below in the comment section. Also mention what car you think would make a great project for the channel. Alright everybody, have a great night.
Oh, that's a sports car.